It's Louise Fay for VIP Boxing, and I'm joined this Friday afternoon by the one and only IMAD Bullet NASEEB. Gotta say it right. Gotta say it right. How are you doing,
Nah,
champ?
no, you got it right. You got it right. Thank you.
How's things?
All good. As I was just saying to you, just been very busy throughout the week. So obviously, I'm sorry I couldn't get this interview done with you earlier, but we're here now. But just to be honest, I've got a million and one things going on right now. So, but you know what? I've got to get this interview done, and I like chatting to you anyway. So I
I
thought let's get it.
know. I missed our catch up on fight night. I love having a little good old chat with you after the fight and stuff. So
To
yeah, I
be
missed
honest,
it.
yeah. After the fight, I was looking for you. I was like, "Where's Louise? I can't really see you. Weren't there? Was you?"
No, so what I've been doing the last couple of shows is running the YouTube channel from
Right. Okay.
home. So when you guys are coming out and in the breaks and things like that, I'm filling in all the gaps and telling the guys watching at home all about you. And chatting to your friends and family actually, which is quite interesting.
All right. Is it? I don't know. I
um,
didn't see the stream or anything, so I don't really know what goes on.
Yeah, so in the last 2 weeks we've done it, we've had incredible amounts of people watching and engaging. So
Yeah.
whilst I miss being in the thick of it, it's lovely to be communicating with the audience at home and
Yeah.
finding out what they think of you guys. And that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about you. Um, I love your performances from the ring walk to the celebrations and everything in between, Imad. It's always great. You're entertaining to watch. And this time was no different. We gave you Juan Batista. Over to you.
Yeah. No. So you know me, Louise. I'm always gonna try and put a show on for the people, for my people, for everybody that's watching, for people who've never seen me before as well. I mean, boxing's a very tough sport, and it's not always about boxing. Obviously, the main part of it is when you get in the ring and stuff. But I want to bring more to the sport, especially when I fight. I don't want people to just tune into the fight and stuff. I want people to know me, my personality, what I do, and how I interact with people and stuff like that. So I think it kind of like it could draw more attention from like bigger promoters and bigger platforms and stuff, because eventually I do want to be on like big TV shows, and I feel like that's where I'm where I need to be. That's what I'm made for, to be on like on the big stage, to be honest with you.
I couldn't agree more, Imad. I think you are very, very fan friendly. I know you as a person, and you're a lovely, lovely guy.
Oh,
Standard
thanks. Oh,
anyway.
thanks.
You're welcome. You can pay me later. But like I say, you bring a different energy right from the ring walk. So for people who've never seen you fight, never seen your ring walks, tell people what they can expect from Imad Nazeeb on a fight night.
I mean, I just be myself, so everybody that knows me personally, they know what I'm like, and that's just how I am. When I fight, when I do a ring walk, I don't really plan anything, to be honest with you. It all happens like autopilot. I just go with the flow with everything. But when there's some good music on, I don't mind a little boogie. I don't mind a little dance. Do you know
So
what I
tell us
mean? So
about the music. Tell us how the drums got involved, and tell us who they are, because they're a big part of that now. It's part of the Amanda Zeeb show.
yeah, so that's one of my good mates. GS Doors. They're from Preston. So I got basically from when I made my debut, I was meant to have some drums walk me out. Then this was December 2023 on a
I
Wasserman show.
remember.
But the people that were meant to do it then, they bailed on me last minute. But I ended up walking out to another song. But I just enjoyed it anyway. And then when I had my second fight, the following September.
That
Yeah,
was Bolton, wasn't it?
my friends from Preston, I got hold of them, and they've never let me down since. And you know what? When I did it the first time, everybody loved it, and it's become like my thing, hasn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
sometimes I think as well, like, oh, I need to do something different. I need to do something different, or people gonna get. But people always seem to love it and enjoy it, and it might always be like the same drums, but I always tend to like change the music in the back, or I tend to do something different all the time. So I think every entrance gets better and better and better each fight, as does every performance as well when I get in the ring, because I'm always learning as well when I'm in the gym, when I'm fighting as well. Every fight I feel like I've improved as well, Louise. I've been pro now for almost 2 years, 6 fights in, and um alhamdulillah, I've still not lost a round. I've won every single round in every single fight I've had. So you know what?
And
Something's
and
working.
and you've enjoyed it in there as well. That's the thing. You can see that you look, you do all of the hard work in the gym. We see how hard you work. You're dedicated to your craft. You've got a great team around you at Elite, and I think because you put that graft in, like you just said, you here, there, and everywhere. You're constantly working. When it comes to fight night, you've done everything you can do. You've done everything right, so you can literally, as soon as that music starts, the whole thing, you just come alive. And you came out fast. You came out fast in the first in this fight, Madam. To be fair, I thought you got him hurt in the first round, and I was at one point I thought, is he going to jump on him here? But no, you didn't. You went on just to bully him for 4 rounds.
Well, to be honest, yeah, Louise, I knew I hurt him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew that his legs went a little bit, and I hurt him a few times after that as well. But
Yes.
we've been practicing like in the gym when we've a lot of fighters in that I train with as well. We all tend to have we all tend to get a bit excited sometimes. Say if I've hurt a fighter, and we can always try and jump over somebody straight away, but there's always a risk. Like when someone's hurt, they're someone's most dangerous at their times as well. So we've been practicing like sustained attacks and little things like that. So I watch a lot of Terence Crawford, and if you watch him, he never, even if he hurts somebody, he'll never rush in, but he's very like smart with his attack. To be honest with you, I did think in the fight as well with Batista, I think, you know what, I can get him out of here. And if it was a few more rounds, I'm not gonna lie to you, there would have been more of a chance for me to get him out of there. But he was very, very, very tough. Like probably one of the toughest opponents I've ever had, because he could take a shot in. And people know I'm not trying to like boast, but I can punch hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I put people to sleep before, and I'm not even joking about that. But he took some shots, and when I was hitting him, and I was thinking in the fight, I swear down, I was thinking, flipping heck, you could take a dig, you. And he even had a cut on his eye, and I thought, right, I'm gonna go for it here, but he was still going, and I don't think he's been stopped since he's been in the UK anyway.
No.
For a long time, he's not been stopped, so he's a very, very tough opponent, and you know yourself, what these type of opponents, they're not easy to stop anyway. Once they get into that survival mode, it's 10 times harder to stop them
Yeah.
than it is usually. Say,
And
for
I think
example, sorry, if someone's trying to hurt me, it's easier for me to hurt them. If
yeah.
you understand, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, and the thing is as well, when I think when you bring the switch into your fight as well, then you can box off the back foot. You find your angles, and you find those eye-catching shots as well. And you appear to quite like it when there's something coming for you, and you can be a little bit cocky, and you slip it and come up with a really nice. He does a lovely screw shot backhand, and I thought you've not done that once before. That's
I know.
and
I
it
don't. I
just
don't. I don't want to. I don't want to sound like cocky or anything. Yeah, but
no, no, not
it's
in a. I don't mean it. That's not a
yeah. I know.
criticism
I
in
just
that.
don't. I
But
just don't
it's
want people to.
almost like
Yeah,
it's naturally flashy. That's
that's what
what
I
I'm
was about
trying
to
to
say.
say.
Yeah,
That's
it's
probably what
all.
I'm trying to say.
Everything's all natural. Like one thing about my coach Alex Matvienko, and I always say this is like he's probably the best coach I've ever worked with. He's one of the best coaches in the world. He doesn't get the credit he deserves, as
So
do
true.
all the coaches at Elite. The difference with him and other coaches is now, so for example, he's got some top class fighters in that gym. There's me, there's Marcus, Az, Abdul, and there's top amateurs in there as well. He will cater to everybody's style. He will not change my style to be Alex Matvienko's style, or somebody else's style to be Alex Matvienko's style. He knows what my style is, but he knows what I need to improve on, what I need to do better, what I can do better, what I shouldn't do, and stuff like that. So he focuses more on me rather than what he wants. Do you know what I mean? So he focuses on
That's
what he wants from me, which I think is a very, very big thing with coaching,
that's
because
a
a lot of coaches, they just have one style of coaching, and they just teach their own style.
That's a really interesting point there, because quite often, I'm not necessarily talking about our fighters, but on televised cards, quite often when there's a fighter on a card and you know what gym they're from, you know roughly how they're going to box and what kind of style they're going to come out with, and it's a gym style, isn't it? And it
Exactly.
is quite generic, and then you'll find those little bits of personality. But that's a really interesting point there, because especially with elite, because you've got people on the GB squad in the amateurs, which is a very specific way of boxing to win those fights,
Yeah, 1 million
get the
percent.
point, you know.
Yeah,
And then you've got guys who are having these learning fights, or putting you in with kids that we, you know, haven't been, like you just said, haven't been stopped for forever. They're really tough people, and you've got to find answers to keep going. And then you've got people that are at title in title contention, and you've got a couple of champs now there.
yeah,
So it's,
exactly.
and you know, you've got some great southpaws in your gym. So you've got everything under that roof, haven't you? So no
Yeah,
matter what.
it's not even in the gym, Louise, yeah, and anybody can tell you this. If you ask anybody outside of the gym that knows about elite, we get the best sparring in the world. Probably like coming up to this fight,
100%.
I was sparring some, like, even since I've been there, I've sparred some top kids that have come from all over, like, and every other day there's people coming there for sparring. People from other gyms are sparring other gyms in our gym because they know Alex is the man or elite is the gym. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know, it's interesting because when you're in the, you know, when you work in the shows and stuff, we do over 20 shows a year. You're constantly hearing coaches speaking, and people in boxing who know boxing. And I've never heard a bad word said about Alex Matvienko, and
Yeah.
the compliments that come across, like on the YouTube channel, in the dressing rooms, about Alex, Phil, the whole team there, and the fighters that they've got, it's only ever complimentary. It really, really is. And what's great is you see the improvements. You had stablemate Yusuf out the other
Yeah.
night. He had a
He's
lot of
my mate, yeah.
questions to be asked of him that night, and he adapted really well to a very, very awkward customer. But again, like you said, this is where Alex, and you know, is worth his weight in gold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's no Yusuf. I've known him for the past 10 years since amateur days, and he's like a good mate of mine. Yusuf, I play a bit of paddle with him as well.
Oh,
He's not the best paddle player. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's not as good as at paddle as he is at boxing.
Oh, I
But
think I need to get you and him, you and Yusuf down to the Pugilist Arms, and we need to get some simulated paddle going on as well.
no, Yusuf's not that good. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you was to get me a game, yeah, I've got a few other partners that are good. But you know, Yusuf, he's not that good. I'm not gonna lie to you. But he's a good boxer. He's a top fighter. He's always been a
Yeah.
top fighter since the amateur days because I knew him in the. He's only a year older than me, so I knew him in the amateurs as well. But I think eventually as well, me and him, we're both going to start stepping up, and you're going to see the best of us once we fight better opponents as well. I think. I think with a lot of fighters, especially us, once we're in there with better opponents, we perform better.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and you're certainly on your way to getting there, Imad. Are we going to see you on the Bolton card in November?
Yeah, well, I've got a few things going on. I don't think I don't really want to say it before I announce it.
Okay.
But
So
I've got
basically,
a
what you're saying is you're going to have another chat with me on camera, and we're going to launch and announce something coming soon.
yeah, yeah, probably, yeah. But I've got a few little things going on. You know what? I'm very blessed. And my career's going in the right direction. I'm not taking everything for granted. Everything's coming slowly, but surely it's happening because I've been doing it my whole life, Louise, and slowly it's starting to pay off slowly, and eventually it will because it's not an easy game, and sometimes you see it yourself, fighters they struggle because it's not easy. It's very hard. You're not making loads of money. We're not having life changing nights like a lot of people are, but it's very hard to stay on the job and focus on what you're doing. But slowly everything's working for me.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. I thank God all the time because it's what I've got, not a lot of people have. You see it as well when I fight, how many people come and support me, and that means the absolute world. I don't know how to explain how I feel when I walk out and everyone's screaming my name, and they've spent all that the tickets. I know they're £40, £70, and they're cheaper than obviously other shows, but that's still a lot of money for some people. And I think, wow, people are spending their money and they're taking time out of their life to come and watch me. And I think, flipping heck, they're coming for me. Why me? Who am I? Well, it feels that feeling you can't explain. Nobody can explain that feeling. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I've got everybody that comes to watch me, even people back home that sometimes that can't watch, or like my mum and my sisters and everybody else, like they can't watch me fight, but they're always at home praying for me and that, and my missus and everybody. So it's it's mad. I've got everybody on my back focusing like for me. Do you know what I mean?
Do you ever feel that that's pressure?
Yeah, and no, because they know how hard I work at the same
Yeah.
time. if anybody puts pressure on me, it's myself. You can ask Alex or anybody else. Like, after that fight, before I watched it, so on the night, I wasn't as happy as for my performance, but I've been like that for every single fight I've had. I've come out of the fight thinking, oh, I could have done better, could have done this, should have done that, would have done this, because I'm a perfectionist, and a lot of boxers are. But you know,
And I
when they
think
go
that's what
home,
makes a good fighter, though. I honestly do. I honestly do.
yeah,
If you're not looking for those little 1%, that's when boxing beats you, and in
yeah,
the ways that you don't want it to. You know, we say it, you know, so lightly. Oh, we don't play boxing, but actually, you're putting yourself at risk every single time, aren't you? You
yeah,
know.
1,000,000%, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, you make the sacrifices, but your family do as well, like you've just sort of alluded to as well. And I know that you're super grateful for all of that as well, and the support. But it was flooding in for you online at home. I can tell you that.
Was it?
Yeah,
Sometimes I wish I could just watch it myself, you know, because
it's
we don't get to see the live chat after, do we?
no, I didn't realise that until I started doing it. But it is
Okay.
a shame because it is fantastic when you get people. And what's really nice as well is you get a lot of the journeymen coming on and
Right.
watching. And so,
Okay.
say for example, it'll be somebody that you've boxed before, and you're out again, and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I boxed him on such and such a show, and he's a really good
All right.
kid." And so you get people who've seen you introducing you to new people, and
Yeah.
with your ring walks, your glasses, you're jumping over the ropes, it catches people's attention. So keep doing what you're doing, Imad, because it's all going in the right direction, mate.
I'd just be myself, Louise. You know me. I'd just be
Yes.
me.
Yeah, well, that's all you can be and all you should be. But mate, we're going into autumn 6-0. Sounds all right, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know what? As I said, I've been for what 2 years now,
Yeah.
almost 2 years. Sorry, and I'm doing all right. As I said, I've not lost a round so far, so we're doing something right.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I know you've got a really busy day ahead. So thank you so much for catching up with me, mate. And we will see you back in the ring sometime soon. And if you haven't seen Imad or any of the other fights, please stay on the YouTube channel, go to Full Fights in the playlist, and you'll get all the replays from the action on Saturday night in Bolton. And our next show, guys, is on the 11th of October at Farnworth, the Hideout. We've got Bobby Faulkner, we've got Kyle Lamotti, we've got Manaya Mir, and so many great names on that card as well. So head to vipboxing.co.uk and find out all the information there. Imad, pleasure as always, my dear.
Thanks, Louise. Thank you very much. It was lovely chatting to you. I'll see you
Thanks.
soon.
Take care, my love. Bye bye.
Take care.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.